Now, she has been a familiar face on our screens for more than 45 years, most famously as the lovable Raquel in Only Fools and Horses. And for the last decade, you'll know her as vicarage housekeeper Mrs Maguire in ITV's detective drama Grantchester, which returns for its 9th series tomorrow night. And there's a new vicar, Alfie, and he is causing quite a stir.
Guard the door. It would be my honour, boss. Bloody hellfire.
That's it, I'm calling the police.
I am the police.
That's my radio and it's my house.
If this was your house, that would make you... Oh, God.
Not quite, but, you know, on speaking terms.
You're the new vicar.
I'm the new vicar.
He is, and she is still Sylvia Maguire. Please welcome Tessa Peake-Jones.
Right, here we go.
Welcome.
Elegant.
It's elegant. Lovely to see you. Always lovely to see you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
9th series of Granchester.
Yes.
Series. I mean, wow. Can you believe that?
I know. And we've, in fact, done a 10th since.
Oh, wow.
So last year was our decade.
Gosh.
And do you love it? You obviously love it.
We all love it. We call it our happy place.
Oh, that's
We're
nice.
very, very happy on and off set.
Yeah.
We all get on terribly well. I think all the people that come in as guests enjoy themselves. They've heard that we all have a nice time.
Mrs Maguire's not very happy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Mrs Chapman now, she's married.
Oh!
For a second time.
Oh, you see, so she should be happy, but...
She should be happy, but she never is.
No,
Still
she's
got a lot
like
in
me.
common with Janet, then.
I just was counting the minutes for seconds.
So predictable, Janet, sorry.
So do people think you must be like that character off the screen?
I think so.
When
I
they
think-
come up to you in shops, what do they say?
Yeah.
You're smiling, and you think you smile.
Well, have I said this before about the woman in Oxford on the bus?
No.
Who said, oh, I love Grantchester, it's fantastic. You're so good at it. Oh, thank you. And she went, but what do they do to make you look so ugly? And I said...
That stayed with you. Did that stay with you? We were talking about
Stayed
that
with
earlier.
me. I said, oh, well, I don't wear a great deal of makeup in the show and I've got a very unflattering wig. She said, no, they must do something to your face to make you look that ugly.
Stop.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
No.
But that's true. We were talking, I don't know if you saw it earlier, saying sometimes people say things, they don't mean it in that way,
No.
but how you take it on board.
And I think she'd probably have been very pleased that she'd come up,
Yes.
congratulated on the programme, you know. I don't think it wasn't done
Well,
to make
because
me feel awful.
actually what
but-
she was saying was, in the flesh, you're so good-looking, so what makeup do they use to make you look that
Well, do you know,
bad on
I
telly?
didn't take it that way.
See,
That's
what
a
she
really
was
nice
saying.
way.
I wouldn't take it that way either.
No, that is!
So tell us, so you have a new vicar, we've seen there. So
Yes.
tell us, you know, obviously without any spoilers for all the huge fans out there, what have we got to look forward to? What's happening with Sylvia? Because she's a bit up in the air now, isn't she? Because she's not the vicar's housekeeper now.
Yes, I mean, we've got the first couple of episodes of this series is saying goodbye to Tom Brittany, who played Will, and that's very sad. And for all of us as actors, it was sad because he's been part of the team for years, and you, as we all know, you get to know people, don't you? But as soon as we've waved him off, as usual, in comes the next one, as happened with James Norton when he left and Tom took over. Now we have Rishi Nair, who's taken the bull by the horns, taken that mantle and ridden with it. He's great.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's been lovely. My character has been a bit tricky with him because she doesn't like change. And she was very fond of Will, Tom. So she resists at first this newcomer. He doesn't understand why she turns up at the vicarage because no one's told him that she's the housekeeper and should be doing the cleaning. So he doesn't understand, he doesn't need someone like that. So they lock horns. And the series, from my point of view anyway, as Mrs C, is getting to know Rishi, this new character, and by the end, of course, They become very good friends, and she's his fiercest
I
ally.
I know you've talked about how much you love the show and been in the show for so long, it's part of the family, but it was a very bittersweet day for you when you got the news that you'd got this role.
Yes, because, the phone rang. I'd been to see my mum. She wasn't very well, and the doctors had said she's probably got about 24 hours to live. So I was at home and my phone rang and it was my agent, and she said, "Are you all right? You sound a bit..." I said, "Well, it hasn't been a great day, you know, Mum's not well." And she said, "Well," she said, "it's not going to help, but you've been offered." And she told me about this job. And it was like the next day she died. And it was like Mum had said as she was leaving, "This is a little gift for you." And here we are 10 years later. The gift is still giving. Amazing. So thank you, Mum.
And of course, all around the world, your performance in Only Fools and Horses lives on, because that series went absolutely global, didn't it? And it's still being shown now.
It's being shown everywhere. The only place it didn't which is, I suppose, not that surprising, didn't take off, is America. And apparently it was because they didn't understand the Cockney accents.
No. A different sense of humour as well, isn't it?
And a different sense of humour, I suppose, But everywhere else, I mean, all over the world. And
do people still come up and call you Raquel?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes, yeah. Or they'll go, "Are you like the one that played Raquel?" Because obviously we're ageing, we're all different, aren't we, now?
We were talking earlier, we had a topic about being supported by our parents in the field and our passion of what we do. Were you supported? Did you feel that support from your... You had two mums?
I had two mums, two women bringing me up, my mum and my godmother. Auntie Rini, my godmother, worked in a hardware shop. She wasn't that... She liked telly, but she wasn't that interested in theatre. My mum was passionate. She'd been an amateur dramatic actress herself before the war. So she was very, very, very much in my favour and supported everything. And I think it really helps, because having someone in your corner, you know, whatever you choose to do in life, having someone behind you supporting you just makes a world of difference. I'm always full of admiration for people who make a success of whatever they do in life where they haven't had that. Because you think, actually, the resilience to keep going when you haven't had that support from your parents must be very difficult.
You did give our audience a little tease. There you were. We talked about first jobs.
Yes.
So to explain the box of tissues. Yes. What was your first job?
I left school at 16, and the very first job I got the week after, I was desperate to earn money, was for a British tissues company. And I had to sit at a desk with... There were lots of us, and I had to answer it, "British tissues?" And then I had to sell toilet rolls on the phone.
And I bet you were marvellous.
Well, I don't know if I was marvellous. I tended to get the orders, sometimes not in quite the right order, but I had to take them down, fill them in. And at the end of the day, I did it for about 3 or 4 months. I think I must have been a holiday substitute or something. The feeling of having a salary every week...
Your pay
then
packet.
in a pay packet with your cash was such... I don't know if I've ever felt quite as exhilarated as I did that first week at 16 years old, having money that I felt I could go out and spend on anything.
Apart from starting the 9th series of Granchester, which starts tomorrow, Wednesday, 9 p.m. It's so lovely to see you, always. We can't wait for the new series. Thank you very much. Tessa Peake-Jones.
Thank you.